Just so that you're aware, there is no official news on when the new patch will be coming out or the new updates will be coming out for Star Wars Battlefront 2. But being that I'm posting a video where I'm just talking about DLC and the things that we want to see as players, or just, DLC in general, there's a good chance they'll probably put some news out today because that's just my luck. Welcome back, and today I'm just going to do a little talk here about the Battlefront 2 and just the way it's going right now, and the new content that may be coming or will be coming, we just don't know when yet, and what we can kind of expect and just kind of what we've gotten so far and what that looks like for the future. As always, I highly recommend checking out our friends over at StarWarsGaming.net. It's a great website and resource for the Star Wars gaming community. There's a link down in the description below, and they have an interview with the new community manager there. And speaking of the new community manager, Ben Walk, I'm just going to call him Ben Walk. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I'm going to do. Ben over there, he's a new community manager for DICE and EA. He is super active on the social media. He's on Twitter, he's on Reddit, he's on the forums. This guy is everywhere. And that's actually a really nice change, because I don't know about you guys, but I have been on Reddit for Star Wars Battlefront 2. And there really hasn't been a whole lot there from DICE in response to the Reddit community. Now, while I don't really blame them for not going on to Reddit, the Reddit for Battlefront 2 is really kind of a dark place right now. Generally always is. And like anyone else who has a place to hang out after work, you generally don't want to go hang out somewhere where you're just kind of constantly being, crapped on about your job performance. So, but anyway, Ben is over on Reddit. I've seen him post quite a bit here and there, and it's always nice to see the community and the community managers talking with each other. Now, while we may have our differences on opinion, we as the community want information right now, he's got a job to do, and he can only release the information as it comes to him for release. He doesn't have free reign to just release whatever he wants when he wants. I'm sure he's got bosses too, and those bosses have bosses, and those bosses have bosses, and Ben just has to release what he's given and release it when he's allowed to. So really, we can't really harp on the community managers for not giving us the info we want it when we want it. That's just not the way the world works. As much as we would like it to, that's just not the way it goes. Now, a couple of his tweets that he's put out here, one of them said that the drought is over. So that's good news. That's a good sign for us as a community that more content will be coming. And as anyone who's done some math can tell, it's been a while since the Last Jedi season ended. Now that drought most likely was due to the progression system and the overhaul that had to go along with that. It was probably an all hands on deck situation. They probably had everybody out working on getting that progression system where it needed to be for the release of it last month in March. Now, a lot of people said that the progression system should have been in the game at the start and that it shouldn't count or take away from the DLC, but you have to remember that it does take a lot of work in order to get that progression system out, and therefore, it takes a lot of people to do that. So that's probably where the majority of resources and the majority of time was spent. So there's probably going to be a delay in getting out new heroes, skins, and maps because of that. Now that that's over, Ben has said that the drought's over. So, we should start seeing content dropping pretty regularly. And now, while I've been on Twitter recently, and I honestly feel like we've been getting content pretty regularly. If we look at what we've gotten so far since the release of the game, we've received 4 heroes, 2 with the Last Jedi DLC, Finn and Phasma. We've received 2 Starfighter heroes, which I know some people are like, oh, those don't count. But the thing is they're still heroes, and it's still a game mode in the game. So we've gotten those 2 heroes as well. We've gotten 3 new maps. We've gotten Crate with the Last Jedi DLC, and we've also gotten Bespin. Crate is on all modes except for Starfighter. Bespin right now is just on Blast, and I don't know if it's on Strike or not, to be honest. Should probably look that up. Yeah, I'm not going to. And then we've also received 1 Starfighter map that I can think of. I don't play a whole lot of Starfighter because I usually crash a lot, but we've received 1 Starfighter map at least for sure. And then, of course, on top of that, we've gotten the 3 skins, which everyone's just saying is a port from the other old game, but who cares? It's still new stuff in this game. And then we've also gotten the Rodin skin for the officer class. And we know new skins are on the way, and they'll be in the next patch. We can probably expect those new skins this month. I believe it was stated that they'll be coming out this month, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I could look it up up, but who's got the time? I mean, really. Now with that, the next biggest DLC drop that we're going to see is probably going to be in May. That's my guess. I mean, I might be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time, and I guarantee you it won't be the last. But the new DLC coming out, the biggest drop is probably going to be around the solo season. I know that's going to make the 5 guys on Reddit who keep posting about Clone Wars content mad. Most likely we're going to see a solo season before we see Clone Wars content. I'm perfectly fine with that. Honestly, I don't care what content is released or what order is released in. As long as new content's coming out, I'm pretty much going to be happy, because that means that the support is still there for this game, and I honestly think that support's going to be there for quite a while to come. If solo does good in theaters, I guarantee you there's going to be more people coming back to this game to play it. And one thing you have to take into account is you see a lot of people posting on the forums or Reddit. I still have a theory it's just the same 5 guys. You know, if they don't get Clone Wars content, they're going to quit. Now, the thing to remember is that the majority of the player base is probably not out on Reddit. Now, to be honest, I haven't been on Reddit until this game came out. That was the first time I signed on Reddit, and I'm a pretty avid gamer. So I find it hard to believe that the majority of the community is on Reddit. As much as I like to think they are, the majority of the community, honestly, that's probably not the case. Also, the majority of people aren't on the forums. Again, most people don't even go to the forums in games anymore. That was a big thing back when I was a kid, is to be on the forums, but now you can chat in game for the most part. Not in this game, but in other games there's chat systems built in. And there's one in this game too if you're in a party. So most people just do all their talking there. So I mean, while it's a vocal community, a vocal part of the community, and it's great to have, I'm not trying to take anything away from that. You want a vocal community out there. People who get on Reddit and get on forums have a vested interest in the game for the most part. They want to see it do well, and they want to see it succeed. That's why they're out talking about it, and that's why they look those things up in order to get more out of the gaming experience. Now with that, I highly doubt that the people saying that they're going to quit if they don't get Clone Wars content is true. Most likely they'll probably take a break, and then they'll come back when the content actually gets released. And I'm going to drop a theory that I have that is probably not accurate, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out there anyway. I'm willing to bet we don't see Obi-Wan in this game until the Obi-Wan movie comes out next year. Because just think about how many people a year-long drop-off in a game is. Now, games have their up and down cycles, and if they wait to release Obi-Wan until next year, that would bring a lot of people back a year after the release of the game, which would then, you know, help the numbers out again for this game. So that's my theory. I don't think it's true, but it is what it is. We've also had Dennis has said on Twitter, you know, don't worry so much about the seasons. So we're going to get content whether there's a season or not. And they had even said that some of the seasons, I'm doing air quotes there, but you can't see it. Some of the seasons will have heroes and some of them won't. So I mean, that's just something also to keep in mind. You're not always going to get heroes with every DLC drop, and you're not going to get maps in every DLC. They said sometimes it'll be maps, sometimes it'll be heroes, sometimes it'll be balances. Now, one thing I would like to see is honestly some more weapons. Whether or not we see them or not, it is what it is. But that's one thing that I would like. So I guess the main point here is, you know, regardless of what comes out, whether it's something that you want or not, really, it's something added to the game. And just take it for what it is. Enjoy the game while you have it. If you enjoy playing it, don't let others get you down if they're saying, you know, oh, the game's bad because it's EA. You know, EA, DICE, Activision, Ubisoft, you know, they're all pretty much the same. So I know this video was kind of more of just a rambling of, you know, just thoughts, but just wanted to give you an honest take as to how I just feel about DLC and things like that. I don't care what comes out or when it does, as long as the game's still being supported, I'm pretty much happy, and I'm enjoying the game as is. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this and supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And for those of you who joined us in the stream last night, we had 20 people in the party, which was crazy and a lot of fun. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys coming by, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in game.